We're on. You can go. Whatever you want to do.
Don't put me on the spot.
Oh. I don't know what to talk about. I was just going to say, over the weekend, I don't have a lot of shit to watch right now. Ted Lasso once a week.
Yeah.
I got that out of the way. Flipping through Netflix. So I watched a movie that used to be one of my favorites, and I hadn't seen it in forever. Fucking Major Payne.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It holds
It still holds up.
It's still so funny.
It's still awesome.
I mean, because I'm flipping it on, and it's one of those ones where it's like, I used to love this movie.
Yep.
And as you're hitting play, you're like you almost don't want to, going, man, if this is really shitty now that I'm an adult.
No, it's so
and
fucking
then watch
good.
It's like, oh my God.
It's so funny.
This is amazing.
This is awesome.
They'd never make it today.
Oh my God, no.
But
when he, oh God, when he's talking to the deaf kid right off the bat. Like,
oh my God. Sorry, Mr. Handicap Man. I just love how he does. Business is good. It's just everything about, because there's so many, and we've talked about, there's so many movies that come out that I'll fast forward through parts of, I don't need this shit.
No,
this doesn't matter. Nope, watch this whole thing because everything matters in that movie.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half. Yep. Every scene that's in it is a scene you need to see.
Exactly.
And it's like, then Zack Snyder comes along.
Yeah.
Here's a 6.5 hour movie about a sporting event that only lasted 74 minutes.
Yeah.
What's the extra time for?
Yeah. The Major Payne is a classic, and if you haven't seen it, you need to freaking watch it. You have to watch it.
And there's probably I don't know. There's some of your buddies or whatever listen that have never seen it.
I bet so. It's so awesome.
Damon Wayans. Back in that day, dude, like Mo Money, one of my favorite movies too.
Hilarious.
The Wayans family in the 90s
just killed it
through the early 2000s were like carrying everything, like in Living Color.
Oh God, that's awesome.
I mean, that was when you first got introduced to Fire Marshal Bill.
Exactly, Fire Marshal Ted, wasn't it?
No, it's Bill.
It's Bill.
You fucking check yourself, dude.
Sorry.
It's Fire Marshal Ted.
Sorry.
Fuck is he?
Sorry.
I think it's like a guy with like feathered hair and like aviator glasses.
Yeah. Jim Carrey.
That's what I see as Ted's.
Yeah. That's what you say is Ted's? I don't
see Ted Lasso with the mustache.
I see a real clean cut guy when I hear
cut guy,
Ted.
but longer hair, feathered.
I don't see that.
Really?
Yeah, I see like polo tucked into his slacks all the time. Like that's just sitting watching TV. That's what I see.
You're supposed to do with the polo and slacks.
Yeah, sit and watch
tuck
TV.
That in. Oh, watching TV.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's in that all the time.
Yeah,
he mows in it. He
mows in it.
Yeah,
like when he bangs his wife.
Yep,
he still has that.
His wiener goes through the underwear and the zipper. Yep, that's what he wears because he's clean cut Ted.
Clean cut Ted.
Yep.
Somehow got to be a fire marshal.
Yep.
Like wears like the hazmat suits. He doesn't like ash.
He doesn't like ash.
It's dirty. Yep. He carries like a little dust buster and dust busts his car out after every fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is arson. And he's Southern.
Yeah, he's Southern for some reason. Yeah.
But not from the South.
No, just picked
like
it
some
up.
of the people that like around where we're from. It's like, hey man, you grew up 6 miles down the road. You're not from Alabama. Why do you fucking talk like this?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I was doing this. No. We went to the same school.
And then to go back on the Wayans thing, you had the first two Scary Movies were absolutely phenomenal.
Oh my God.
They were absolutely phenomenal.
No. You sucked my dick. It's still the great fucking...
Shit on these walls, Ray.
That is the too dirt. Yeah. I'm farting in your mouth. I'm going to shit on these walls, Ray.
Oh, God. I mean, then you just go on. Then you get White Chicks. Then you get Little Man. And then you get... there was another one they did.
Tell you, the one that... was it Marlon? Oh, what the hell was it called? Where he was in college and he got in that program where it was like he takes whatever pill or shot or whatever, and it just makes him better at everything. Like he sees better, he hears better.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of that. I
remember the name of it, but that's good
funny.
too.
Yeah. Just they went on a tear
name's
there.
Daryl in the movie.
Yeah,
I know that. What the hell's the name?
I don't know.
Damn it. But I always like those, like when the first scary movies came out. Because then you only get spoof movies.
Yeah.
But the first couple, I didn't, after it got to like 3 or 4 or 5, I quit watching them. But those were the end of the spoof movies that were actually movies.
Yes.
Because you always had like Hot Shots.
Yeah.
It was an actual movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That just kind of spoofed off stuff. And now the ones that come out, it's like,
you're just trying way too hard.
Here's a scene. We're going to try to jam as much stuff in here, and it's not funny.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, remake the movie and just make it fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, the first fucking scary movie is awesome.
Fantastic.
It's so funny.
They start making fun of him for having a baby dick,
yeah.
which I always thought was weird because his girlfriend started making fun of him. It's like,
too.
do you not know? Have you got,
is it Senseless, the one you're thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
But when they start making fun of, it's like a disability, man. You would make fun of a guy in a wheelchair. Good stuff. Good stuff.
The Waynes. I hope some of those are back out. I need to watch that again.
Yeah.
But Major Payne, if you haven't seen it,
watch it.
One of the funniest movies ever.
It's so good.
It's a guy that's a Marine ripping the shit out of fucking children.
It's everything you want.
It's basically Drill Bit Taylor,
but better.
Funny.
But yeah, exactly.
Because Drill Bit Taylor is terrible.
It's not good.
It's like, this could have been really funny, but you fucked it up.
Yeah. It is good. It's
whoever played Drill Bit Taylor, I don't...
Owen Wilson.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't exist anymore almost, except for Loki.
Wow. Or anything with Vince Vaughn. Seems like this.
I didn't watch that serial killer movie.
No, he was not in that one.
That would have been great.
That would have been great.
He had a cameo in there just popped in.
Oh gosh. So sports world wise.
Okay, let's do it.
I guess we could talk about the sports world. You had thoughts. Okay, so Ohio State fans, quit getting so fucking excited about this Quinn Ewers kid.
Yeah.
I mean, the interview the other day where Ryan Day's talking and he walks in the background and everybody just goes nuts that he's like a fucking like a lunar eclipse or something. They're like, oh my God, we saw him.
You would have thought like Batman was walking back there and he was taking his mask off.
Yeah.
And everybody's, oh my God, it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I mean,
like he enrolled in the school.
He's going to show up to practice.
They were having fucking practice.
Until I see him take a college fucking snap, to me, he's nobody.
And there's a better than average chance. I mean, obviously, I'm a Ohio State fan, so I don't want to say that. But when you look at averages of 5-star quarterbacks, especially coming out of the state of Texas,
they're not good.
They're not any good.
Nope.
Because they get coached up so much in high school that they've almost hit their ceiling.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of work for the college guys to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a better than 50% chance the kid's not any good.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you
just don't know.
You don't know. And that's my biggest thing. And you come out, you skip your senior season. Cool, whatever. That's your choice. You can do what you want. But are you physically ready to play Division I college football?
And then you get all these
endorsements and jackasses that are talking about him being.
Does Ohio State have a quarterback controversy now? No.
Nope.
No.
He doesn't know the offense, and they play in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, which is another problem I have.
On what?
Let me open it up on Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know, like I work on Friday.
Against a Big Ten opponent, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it Northwestern?
No, it's like Minnesota.
Oh, okay. All right.
But like I work on Friday, and you're going to kick off fucking 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
I'm usually going to bed at that time, you cocksuckers.
Think about us. Think about the people.
I hate, because college football does this shit all the time. It's like having the national championship game at 9 o'clock on a Monday.
Stupid.
Here's a thought. You always play on Saturdays. Do that.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
Well, people on Saturdays, we don't want to go up against the NFL. Well, there's that 1 week where they're not playing on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Do that then.
Well, people like to go out on Saturdays. Well,
people like to go.
You had huge ratings all fucking season.
Yeah.
Just keep on doing that. We got to kick off at 9 o'clock for the West Coast. They don't care about football. Obviously, it shows from their colleges.
Show 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. Getting there, man.
It is.
Excited.
I am excited as well.
I'm excited and nervous.
Yeah.
Like, not like I play for the
like,
team.
Yeah, it's not like we
but
coach or anything for him. But
it's like,
are we going to suck?
You have a starting quarterback that's never taken a snap. But then it's also of like, you're expected to go undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no question that you should not lose a game.
Yeah.
And it's almost one of those of like, nobody should be within 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, boy, if you fucking dump one real quick.
Yep. If you dump one, oh, buddy, you're going to hear, like, the people who already don't like Ohio State are just going to just be on them, like fucking stink on shit. And it's going to be annoying because it would be the same way if fucking Alabama lost. You'd hear the Ohio State people be like, oh, they lost, but it's
Saban's lost it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's only won national championships half the years he's coached.
Yeah.
So.
The expectation that you have to go undefeated in college football is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You look at the best teams and the best players that play football can lose 6 games in the NFL and still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
win the Super Bowl.
And win the Super Bowl. And it's not it's not a, whatever I want to call it, a watered down playoff. It's still the fucking best of the best going against each other.
I still hate that everybody's like, well, they don't have a chance to beat Alabama. Well, yeah, they do. Like if the quarterback and the running back break their leg and fucking...
There's always a chance.
If the bus crashes on the way and they lose their backups. But it's like one of those of... everyone that says that... Here's my response. Everybody's like, well, 4 teams is enough because if you go and, those guys don't have a chance to win. Okay, then March Madness should be 8 teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't hear, no, March Madness is, no. Because at least 58 of those teams don't have a fucking chance to win.
Exactly.
And that's being generous.
Yeah.
Because usually, we'll go with 8, but it's probably 6.
And everybody in the world goes after the Cinderella story in March Madness. What the fuck? Why don't you give the team a chance in the college football playoffs?
Yeah.
Imagine
Can't have it.
Let's just, for scenario instincts or sakes, Cincinnati, because they were the talked about team last year, kind of the underdog bubble team going in because they went undefeated, this and that. What if it's an 8-team playoff last year and they win a game? Everybody's a Bearcat fan.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Everybody. What do you do? Because Cincinnati comes out at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these rankings don't matter because they don't take that into effect.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because you keep claiming top 25 wins.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another fucking thing.
But, yeah, because we'll always say this because the SEC, they just have the most people ranked. So it's always like this. But it's like first week released of like, well, Alabama has 6 top 25 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, because the college football one just came out.
Yeah, and they're not in the top 25 there.
So you're claiming the ones that you say don't matter because they sure the fuck matter. Like, the coaches poll that just came out in the USA Today poll or whatever matters a shit ton.
Yeah, because they still
if you
count
just
those
beat
wins.
Somebody, they say, well, they beat they were ranked 20th and they beat them. Like, well, yeah, but you keep saying that these rankings don't matter. They sure the fuck do.
If you're going off of, if you're saying that they don't matter, then the college football rankings should be week 1.
Yeah.
There should be no USA Today, AP poll. There should be no coaches poll. None of that shit matters. If you're going off of what the college football says and you do count it, then why the fuck aren't they doing it from week 1?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense for them to come in and count, let's say Ohio State beats, let's just say Minnesota, and they're ranked in I don't know if they're ranked in the top 25, but for argument's sake, let's say they're 11th or whatever.
They were like 2 and 6.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Let's just say they're the 11th team.
Yeah.
When the college football playoff things come out, they're not going to be ranked in the top 25.
Yeah.
But we got a
top 25 win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horse shit.
That's and what I'm saying with Cincinnati being ranked 8, I'm already looking forward to that scenario of if Cincinnati runs the table because that means they beat Notre Dame.
Yep.
And they beat Indiana.
Yep.
Now Indiana, okay team.
Mm-hmm.
they get a little too much rub.
Yeah.
So they had Ohio State beat. Nope.
No,
they didn't. Watch the game.
It's a 20-point game.
Justin Fields threw 3 interceptions, and at no point in time was anybody nervous that Indiana was going to win that game.
No.
But they're getting some rub, and I like that guy. I mean, that guy knocked his fucking tooth out celebrating with his players. I mean,
that dude, that coach, I would run for a fucking wall through that guy. I mean, he's awesome.
So if they run the table, undefeated, went over Notre Dame, went over Indiana, I mean, you're in. But, if Ohio State goes undefeated, say Georgia beats Clemson, and Georgia goes undefeated to meet up with an undefeated Alabama, and say Alabama beats them by a field goal. And, Oklahoma runs the table in the Big 12 hey, Cincinnati, that's awesome.
Sorry.
See ya.
Yep.
I mean, and now because I'd heard the interview with Herb Street the other day, and his thought was with Texas and them coming over, that they are not going to expand the playoff till the contract runs out now. Because by doing that, by the SEC grabbing them, if you go to 12, it's like half of them are going to be SEC schools. And they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they're just going to go to 4 and just, we got the bowl games and people don't care about the bowl. Hey, shut the fuck up, Dabo.
Oh, God.
Nobody fucking cares about you.
Oh, I don't like him. He's a turd.
It's about every third week or so he says something that's like, hey, man, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Talk football.
Please.
I know our players don't like it. I bet they do.
I bet yeah. You mean they don't like getting a little extra money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hate it.
Yeah.
They hate what they want to play in bowl games and play for free for the love of Clemson. Well, they didn't go to Clemson because they love the fucking school. They're going to the NFL. There's like 3 or 4 teams that you can go to that's almost, if you're a starter there, you're getting a chance.
Yeah.
I mean,
he just says some just stupid fucking shit and then thinks that it's like, I can't imagine if there's a PR guy for Clemson, they'll be like, God damn it. You know what I mean? Every time
shut up, Dabo.
Dabo, we gave you a script to stick by. Quit going off script.
I loved, because it was like, I like going on to other teams' Twitters.
Yeah.
When shit happens. It's like when Ohio State beats Michigan, you kind of roll into Michigan Twitter and just watch all their people like, why the fuck we can't win? These fucking guys have been killing us for, same thing going into Clemson's Twitter after Ohio State demolished them last year and it was just like, hey, you guys are going to be fine. You made it to the playoffs every year. You've won a national championship or 2.
2, I think.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay.
You're good. You're good.
But going in there, I don't even know where I was going with that, but Paul Feinbaum came out and said that he's looking for Clemson to take a step back and actually start, as it was Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson up here, that he's thinking that they're going to start, and I think a little bit of because Dabo keeps saying stupid shit, and his other teams are starting to recruit better than them.
Yeah.
He's like, I think they're going to take a step down, so I jumped into Clemson Twitter. Oh, man. Now I get it. Paul Feinbaum. I mean, they're like, well, he just loves the SEC. It's like, well, he works for the SEC network, so
and he just
go figure.
Feinbaum's one of the people that on ESPN that they kind of let him say what he wants.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't act like a fucking idiot when he says what he wants.
No.
He's not Stephen A. Smith or Kellerman where they just sit back and fucking argue and yell at each other.
Well, they're just saying stuff for clicks.
Exactly. He says shit and then backs his shit up.
Yeah.
Like, he gets annoying sometimes, but all the shit he says makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just not random bullshit that's just spewed out.
I mean, I just like, because he has no problem shitting all over anybody.
No, that's what I like about
it. He basically just shitting all over Clinton. And it really, what he said wasn't, like, I listened to it, and he's like, I mean, if anybody of these big teams could take a step back, I'm looking at Clemson, and one of the first tweets I read is like, so he's coming out and thinking that I can't pronounce the kid's name.
Yeah.
Saying he can't be as good as Trevor Lawrence. It's like, it's Trevor Lawrence was the most talented quarterback to ever play college fucking football. When he was like 15, he probably could have started.
Yeah.
You think this
kid is
going to be better? But that was his thing. It's like, he's saying that the kid we got's not better than Trevor Lawrence. Like, I don't know if you're talking about, like, are you shitting on Trevor Lawrence or are you boosting this kid up? I don't know where you're going with that, but no.
Yeah.
is the answer.
CJ Stroud is not as good as Justin Fields?
No.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Not at all. Yeah.
But, yeah, I just thought.
One of my favorite things about college football this year is Ohio State and Alabama's quarterbacks have never taken college football snaps before. I want to see, now just, if you're wanting to compare yourself, everybody has Alabama as their comparison because they're just the best. What's the difference in player development? That, I think, is going to be a cool thing to see how Ryan Day develops his players, and then obviously we know how Nick Saban develops his players, just to see, because we're even now. Both are kind of,
not really,
I'm saying players-wise, they're both coming in, not taking college football snaps. Let's see, I know it's a different offense and it's a different way they run things, but let's just see how that works as they both kind of grow up together this year.
The only difference I'd say is I don't know what year the Alabama kid is.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Because you got a redshirt freshman at Ohio State. I don't know if he's a redshirt junior. You know?
Yeah, who's seen the offense a little bit longer. But, I mean,
but then again,
it could
that
be
was
a different
Sarkisian's offense.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So it's, and I think that's kind of cool to see, everybody wants to talk about how great these coaches are. Nick Saban's not right beside the quarterback developing him.
Right.
Ryan Day's now. There's a quarterback coach. Now he's there.
Their job.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I kind of want to see. I mean, because head coaches are still coaching their coaches. I mean, you see it all the time. Saban will turn around. I don't know how many times last year and would yell at his defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Because he, whatever. It's his fault because that's his job. But I just want to see how they, come up and the difference there.
I want to. This would be a question for your insider.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, quarterback's never taken a snap, but the offensive line's supposed to be studly.
Yeah.
One running back room, I guess that one kid is kind of a freak from what they say.
The Henderson kid.
The wide receiver core is stupid.
Yeah.
Do they have that thought of, is it a failure? As long as the Stroud kid doesn't throw 15 interceptions, is it a failure if Ohio State isn't putting up the Alabama numbers from last year or the LSU numbers for the year before, just with the stupid talent level of you cannot guard their receivers.
Yeah,
you
there's
can't.
Too many of them.
There's too many of them, and you don't have enough.
Yeah,
and that's where we'll see Ryan Day's scheme, because he didn't. You watched Alabama when they were playing Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Their scheme was so good that the guy that's the best player on the field is open by 15 yards.
Yeah.
Your whole week was spent looking at that guy of, hey, we can't let him beat us, and he's open by.
Yeah.
You don't see that with Ohio State of running their motions and stuff that of well, we do this and do that, and there's no way they can guard this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that, and I'm interested to see if they do that.
Yeah, and to go off that, what you're saying, just to clarify, pretty much giving your best player the opportunity to be the most open, running things for that specific player.
Right.
Yeah. And you're right. I don't see that a whole lot with him.
Never.
You never really saw it with Urban either. You know what I mean? The guy that he learns from.
Right.
You had, because everybody always talked about Urban had that, folder he always kept about who gets enough touches.
Yeah.
He always kept that. But you never schemed for that person. You put Chris Olave in the slot and move him all around.
Right.
They took the dude last year and moved him wherever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
And just did all kinds of cool shit with him.
Well, it's like when you take a look at Shanahan's offense of the way he's scheming this shit against NFL defenses.
Yeah. Yep.
The fact of, hey, how'd you get your number 2 receiver lined up on a linebacker?
Yeah.
But he does it. Of how in college are you not
able to do that?
Now, granted, most of them, they're not playing man.
Uh-huh.
But it's you can so do that in college of hey, they've got a linebacker on Chris Olave. I think we're going to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, especially because the defense is so basic in college that it should just be able to go, we're going to do that.
Yeah. I'm interested to see the, not necessarily lower tier, but the second tier teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guys who are, ranked right now 5 through 15. Iowa State's ranked 7th, and they have a lot of guys coming back. I don't think he really graduated. And they were a decent team last year. They competed. They won a lot of games. How, for an Iowa State to take the next step, can they?
Yeah.
Because, you have a new coach with Texas who's going to be running some cool shit, because I thought his offense last year at Alabama was absolutely phenomenal. You still have Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
And he runs all kinds of cool stuff. He has the quarterback that is the most experienced in college football. I mean, he's been there for 3 years now and has started for 3 years. I'm interested to see that kind of pack. Look at North Carolina. They're on people's radars now. Are they fantastic?
They're a team that can beat Clemson.
But they can beat teams based on any. I mean, you see, they've competed with the best. Now, I mean, those are some of the teams that I'm interested in watching too.
Now, I'm interested in that because watching that interview with Herb Street, and they were talking about the NIL.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of is like, I think people need to pump the brakes. He says, because all these people are making all this money. It's like, he says, it's like two.
Yeah.
This Quinn Ewers, and we don't know how much he's made, but it's probably not that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's local Texas companies that gave him money. And the kid from Alabama, I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
He says, other than that, you don't hear a lot of stuff.
No.
He goes, and I don't know that it's going to be the rich get richer, because at Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, like everybody's a 5-star. I mean, he goes, will you start seeing like the North Carolina, West Virginia, they have all these boosters, but they can raise enough money to get that 5-star quarterback to say, hey, you can go just be another 5-star in their quarterback room, or you can be our everything, and you're going to make this.
Yeah.
It was like when you remember when O.J. Mayo was the big deal, and it's like he went to USC, and it made USC. It's like, that they got enough money to get that kid. Yeah. Because why the fuck did he go?
Exactly.
He's from Ohio. He played in Kentucky, and it's like, oh, you're going to USC. They suck at basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, something happened. But you could see that like the next Quinn Ewers going, fuck, I can make like $2 million if I go to North Carolina because they got nobody else.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of that's a cool part of it. I mean, it makes you more it makes you more competitive in recruiting.
Yeah.
I mean, but you bring up West Virginia too. They're always there for some reason.
Yeah.
Like do they win a whole lot? No, but it seems like they're always there.
They're the one that's going to sneak up and ruin your season.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the other thing that Herb Street had said. He goes, like on the recruiting wise, he goes, I've talked to coaches. And he said, God
damn it.
We'll just keep that off mic, but we all know it happened.
Fuck.
But it was only one. You're good.
I know.
But shit, that made me lose my. Oh, says I've talked to a lot of coaches that like they're not supposed to say this stuff, but they are. Like, hey, we got a whole shit ton of boosters, and a lot of people that graduated from here run Fortune 500 companies, and it's like that's part of the recruiting pitch already. So
but I mean, I think that second half of the rankings, there's going to be some shakeups.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what's so nice about college football, college sports, really, because they're fucking kids. You know what I mean? Anybody can kind of beat anybody.
Yeah. That's the one thing, too, in talking about Ohio State opening up against Minnesota. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Yeah, it is.
But,
I looked.
You got a guy that's like, well, he was coaching really good. They got some games won at Minnesota of like he's kind of a shitbird. Of like, hey, if you have another bad year like you were last year, like you were, because he was kind of on the, I don't think we should be playing. And then you just got ass stomped by everybody. If that happens again, now we're talking about, is this guy getting fired?
Yeah. Yeah. Row the boat somewhere else, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fucking boat.
And then it's like
how long does that last?
Fuck, I don't know.
Worked the first year, now it's like, hey, coach, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We don't stop. And interesting to see like the coaching changes, like Auburn.
Yeah.
They have a decent, I wouldn't even call him a decent quarterback, but he's an experienced quarterback coming back.
Yeah.
The head coach is from Boise State. And then
who knows?
Who knows what that's going to be like? Coaching different football now, guys.
That was always the thing, too, of like when Chris Peterson left Boise State for Washington. It was like, fucking Washington's on it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, they had like one good year.
Maybe two. They made it to the playoffs once.
Got ass stomped.
awfully stomped.
But it's like, yeah, that doesn't always transition.
No. And I don't like I understand you if you really like the guy, you take the chance on him. But a team like Auburn, who has a reputation of success, why are you taking a chance on a coach at that stage?
Yeah.
Like he won some games at Boise State, but that's not SEC football.
Yeah, he won some games at Boise State, but he wasn't as good as what made Boise State Boise State.
Exactly.
Like, okay, well, like you won some games, but
yeah, I mean Boise State was winning bowl games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At that point in time, bowl games, but
that's the kind of like the guy from North Dakota State. When he gets hired to go to Kansas or Kansas State,
yeah,
like that makes sense. Like he's coached at a juggernaut.
Yeah.
And he continued, recruited guys,
yeah,
kept winning. We don't hire that guy at Auburn.
No, you hire that guy at Kansas State.
You hire him at Kansas State, and if he does it at Kansas State, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he took the guy at Boise State already took over a pretty decent program for what Boise State is.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't dog shit, And that's for them, if that was their best candidate, I was like, well, then did nobody else apply?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sarkisian didn't apply.
That's what you get.
Yeah. Lane Kiffin didn't apply. I mean,
that's what you get when you hire those search firms. Like, well, this is who you should have because he's trending right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Can he win football games in the SEC? Because that's what matters.
Well, yeah, that's what was it?
Are we going to have to write another $20 million check 2 years from now to get this guy out of here?
Saban, they told Saban about Oregon's 100 different uniforms, whatever. He goes, we have 2. We don't really care what they look like. We just care about the players that are wearing them. It's like, that makes sense. That's the difference, guys.
But it also but Oregon has to do that because that's their selling point. You can't say, hey, we're Alabama. And say, hey, we got a, fucking guy that invented Nike went here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what we got.
That's what we got.
You know who I thought would make a more of a comeback was Chip Kelly. I thought,
where's he even at?
UCLA.
Oh yeah, well that's where coaches go to die.
I honestly thought, after the whole NFL stint where it didn't work out because it wasn't going to work out. That's just not what NFL teams do. I figured he would
get in here and trade LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that seems like a fucking stupid idea.
And then your next job was UCLA. It was like,
no, his next job was San Francisco.
You're right, San Francisco. then he went back to college. But I was like, I just feel like he would have made something. You know what I mean? I
think it started coming out that he's a severe asshole.
Yeah. I get that.
And I think that the NFL will expose that of
oh yeah. Well, that's why Harbaugh's back in college.
Hey man, I make more money than you. Like I'm more important to this team than you are. So
yeah. And I think that's going to be, obviously transition and it makes sense, but that's what Urban's going to have to figure out.
Yeah.
You can't be the same.
I think he will.
I think he will too.
But then again, I mean, Jesus, if he gets 9 wins in Jacksonville, he's,
yeah, there's a statue up of him. Yeah. Oh, man. So speaking of the NFL.
So I almost said if he goes 500, but you fucking can't.
You can't go 500. Well, the NFL, do you want to go ahead and take the reins on this one?
Go ahead. Human bag of shit.
Oh, God. So John Mara is the owner?
I don't know.
He's something to do with the Giants.
He's probably the president of football operations or something, because I don't know if he's the owner, if the old man died.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't keep track on white billionaires' legacies.
So he comes out, and they're talking about the taunting now.
Yeah.
And he said, well, we don't like it.
On
Nobody
the rules
does.
committee.
On the rules committee.
Yeah. Or competition committee.
Whatever you call it. And we don't agree with it. We don't like this and that. We're trying to find the line between, having fun and taunting. If you guys have watched any preseason games or seen clips on Twitter about the flags, this is going to be a terrible year for this.
Well, just think of you guys, you need to play football, and you're out there talking, and my daddy gave me a bunch of money that pays your salaries, and you should just carry the ball, go back to give it to the ref, go back to the huddle.
Yeah.
and that's how you should play, and
Pretty
that's
much.
what we think. It's
Pretty
like,
much.
okay, well,
You have a bunch of people who are going out.
everything given to you.
I'm
For
talking
him.
about for him.
I'm talking
yes.
for him.
Players wise, who every day put their bodies on the line. Then again, that's their job. They signed up for it, but they're doing that. They're getting the shit beat out of them every day at practice. And on Sundays, when they make a big play, they're allowed to get excited about it. They're allowed. And they're taking that away from them.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, they are. It's what we had when, because I look back at T.O. and Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
They started the touchdown celebrations pretty much to make it big time.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. You did it. You made a big play. You celebrate about it with the props and stuff. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Did it take too long? Yeah. But anyway, that shit's fun. Like that, you worked your ass off to make that play. You're going to want to celebrate it. But the one I saw, I think it was the Colts running back, busts this run.
Hell of a run.
Hell of a run. Busts the run out, gets tackled, gets up, drops the football, and I think points for a first down.
He flexed.
He flexed at nobody.
The guy that he ran over happened to be laying on the ground.
Okay. But he didn't look down at him.
Nope.
He stood up and flexed, and they threw a flag for taunting.
Because he ran over their whole fucking team.
He did.
And people just, act like you've been there before. Well, he's a rookie.
Yep.
100% is getting cut by the Colts.
Yeah, probably.
He can't make that fucking running back room is stacked.
It's stacked.
He ain't making that team.
No.
So that run right there was for the other 31 teams to pick him up.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody that needs that guy.
Yeah.
That's a flag. Can't do that. Just give the ball to the ref. It's like, well, trying to make a fucking living. I just ran over 8 guys
to get this.
Trying to do the same fucking thing that I'm doing, and I won.
Yeah.
Nope. Back to the fucking huddle and play ball.
It's going to. You're going to just see teams take it. You're not going to stop it.
It's. And I wonder how long it's going to... Obviously, it's going to be terrible through the preseason.
It is.
And then the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah.
But I love this is what they're... Hey, we're trying to get this out and all the talking and we're tired, we're just tired of it. Coming from the same league that put cameras up in the end zone for you to go dance in front of.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. But that's what they're there for.
I'm a huge fan of celebrations. But when you have an interception, you have to run 80 fucking yards to go get in front of the camera. Of like, well, just feel like you just celebrate, do your dance.
Yeah,
just
right
do
there.
it here.
Right
Let's
there.
keep it moving.
But you have cameras in the end zone so everybody can see it.
And I don't know what they called it, but it's
the end zone.
It's got a name.
It's like the end zone celebration. Too,
it's something like that's a little too on the nose, but yeah, like you put that into the stadiums for these guys to celebrate, and now you're saying. Now, granted, I don't think anybody's against flagging taunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get in somebody's shit and you're doing, like, in the Super Bowl when they did the peace sign to him after
taunting.
That's taunting.
Taunting.
I mean, he did that. Now, granted, that's from earlier in the year when he did it to him.
Yeah, that's taunting.
So when Cheetah's running down there for a touchdown, he turns around and does the peace sign. Is he getting flagged?
Yeah,
right there.
Probably. Plays dead right there.
You have to.
No touchdown.
Because it's 100%. There's going to be a game where it's a 4th down just outside of field goal range. They're going to throw a pass and a cornerback's going to break it up and celebrate and do like the no-fly zone kind of thing.
Yep.
And the guy's going to happen to be laying on the ground right under him, and he's going to get flagged and put them in field goal range, and it lose the game.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. There's no way it doesn't happen.
100%.
I would say by week 3, those flags are gone.
Start going back in the pocket.
Yeah. I mean, there's a clear difference between taunting and celebrating.
Yeah.
Taunting is in the guy's face, jawing, doing that shit. That's taunting.
Yeah. This also coming from the same rules committee that said that cornerbacks and safeties have to get murdered on the edge.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Linemen are allowed to pull around on a lead play and dive at your legs 25 yards downfield.
But cornerbacks are not allowed. That was the rule change.
Yeah.
Because usually, basically what happens when an offensive lineman pulls and gets out on a defensive back, the job of the defensive back is to go down and create a pile. So he goes at the offensive lineman's legs.
Yep.
Not allowed to do that anymore. So basically, the 190-pound defensive back has to eat a fucking head-on block from a 340-pound lineman running a 4.9 right at.
Yeah.
Can't go low.
Nope.
That's flag. He's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, he's either. Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do. You're gonna either get smoked or try to get out of the way and go out around him.
Try to get out of the way and lose your job because the coach is gonna say, "Well, you got to get in there."
Yeah. Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
They have fucking weight divisions in the UFC. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's dumb. There's such contradictory things that why can't we have somebody in there who just has any fucking common sense?
Yeah.
That's it. You just need somebody who has common sense. And obviously none of those guys do. But again, you have all these old white guys who have these traditions that are just in the back of their mind. In their head. That we can't break any of these things. But it fucking changes, man. It's a game that changes.
Yeah.
It changes all the time. Year after year, rules, players, styles, schemes, everything changes.
So, hey, we know that you're playing a sport so like when you're in your 50s, you're not going to be able to walk later in life.
Don't celebrate.
But do not try to have any enjoyment out here.
Yeah, this game...
It's like they don't remember when the whole No Fun League happened, of how fucking much, like, the fans were like, this is shit.
Yeah.
You're getting hey, guys celebrated after spinning the ball.
Yep.
As soon as somebody spins the ball in the regular season, gets flagged for it because spins it on the ground, and as it starts spinning, it heads toward a defensive back. Yep. Like, wow, that's like, well.
What happens when a running back receiver gets the first down, they hold the ball up, point, and drop the ball? Is that it?
It's flag.
Taunting.
You're taunting the defense for not doing their job.
Yeah. It's going to be awful, man. It's going to be so bad. It's going to take forever. It's going to get people out of their rhythms. It's the same thing with, basketball officials. You got a guy who's blowing the whistle all the time. There's no flow to the game. It takes everybody out of what they're constantly doing. It's the same shit that's going to be happening on Sundays.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep getting backed up, and then you make a good play, you get back. I mean, it's just stupid. Quit fight. You're fighting a fight that doesn't need to be fought.
No, that's just hey, we're going to keep an eye out for taunting.
Yeah.
Like, don't teabag somebody and call them a piece of shit, or we're going to throw a flag.
Exactly.
Kind of tell that to the,
yeah, hey,
to
guys.
the team. Like, this isn't a memo thing. It's hey, don't do this shit.
Yeah.
Or when a guy does that, go, hey, you do that shit again, I'm going to flag you.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, the next thing you're going to be like, if anybody says fuck, they're getting flagged.
Yeah.
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 Treat these kids like they're fucking 10.
Yeah. It's,
again,
it's just, how many weeks is it going to last?
It has to be 3.
Like when it was, hey, we're going to crack down on holding. Of like, we know the game's not going to happen then.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that happens
every play.
all the time.
Every play.
Kind of the unwritten rule of, hey, here's how much holding we're going to let you get away with. Anything more than that, we're going to flag you.
Yeah. And I want to know I know obviously owners are in the competition committee. Obviously,
there's some former players.
Those former players.
Coaches also.
Like, do they not remember the emotions of the game? I'm not saying it was unanimous that they made this, you know what I mean? But it's the most emotional game that there is.
Yeah.
Ever. You're out there, you're in a fight for your job, whatever you want to, you're in a fight for 4 quarters, for fucking an hour of playing time. And when you make a big play, it's going to be a flag.
That's just one thing, too, of like, you just want to tell that owner of like, hey, John, why don't you stand back here in the safety position? And we're going to have Derrick Henry just break through the line, and you're the last guy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you might need to be amped up for that moment to happen so you don't get murdered?
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, that's what you're asking these guys to do.
Mm-hmm. Stupid. It's going to make... It's just going to be... These first... It's got to be 3 weeks. Because you're going to see the first week, you're going to hear from the media.
Yep.
Second week, then you're going to hear from the coaches.
Yep.
And then the third week, after the third week, you're going to hear from everybody. And then right going into the fourth week, you're going to hear Goodell come out and start talking about how it needs to be changed and
I think
this
it'll
and
just
that.
go away.
You think so?
It'll just kind of bleed off.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first couple weeks, they're going to hammer it. And then the backlash, and then you'll just kind of like the holding thing.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy for the first cut, and then it just kind of bled off of the.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're ruining the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be very noticeable. Like I did read somewhere where they're like, well, we're trying to be hard on it in preseason, so it stops for the season. Those fucking guys that have been playing for 3 years and up, that's just what they do. So you're not going to stop it. And they don't play in the preseason.
That's one of the other thing of like, hey, you realize in the second half when you're throwing all these fucking flags that none of these guys are going to be on the team.
Yeah.
At that point in time, they still had 98 guys on the roster.
Yeah.
If you didn't notice, all the starters are in their street clothes on the sideline.
Exactly.
These guys aren't. You're flagging guys that are trying to make their dream come true.
Uh-huh. And you're killing
to prove
their
a point
dreams.
to who? The guys that really aren't even paying attention.
Yeah. They're up in their boxes.
A lot of them didn't even travel to this game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's stupid.
Fucking John Mara.
Fuck him. Piece of shit.
I bet he, like, for his fucking breakfast, I bet is like a plain Pop-Tart and a plum. You know?
Yeah.
He just seems like that guy. Hey, you don't want that brown cinnamon? Cinnamon sugar,
Yeah.
brown sugar and cinnamon?
Yeah.
No.
Plain one.
I just like
And a grapefruit.
no frosting and
And a grapefruit.
and a plum. Grapefruit. I like grapefruit.
I like grapefruit.
Common.
Yeah.
Plum is like, who the fuck eats a plum?
Have you watched any of the Hard Knocks yet?
I got the first episode done.
Did you watch how much fucking salt Jerry Jones threw on that McMuffin? I wanted you to watch it last week. The fucker dumped so much salt on that McMuffin, and they cut it off. I wanted him to keep going. He didn't stop, man. That hand kept shaking. I was like, Jesus Christ, Jerry. How are you this old?
It's from McDonald's. It's in there.
It's already salty,
I don't know that I've ever salted. One, it's pancake flavored. Like, it doesn't need the salt.
And I knew it was coming, too. As soon as he got off the phone and he opened it up, I'm like, why is there a salt and pepper
I knew it was coming because I'd heard the backlash already.
Oh, my God. As soon as he did that, and I hadn't been on Twitter because I had watched it the next day when it aired, so there wasn't a whole lot of it on there yet. And I watched it, and about 2 hours later, I got on Twitter, and that's what was, like, trending, like, fucking Jerry Jones' salt intake.
And then the other one, fucking Zeke.
Yeah.
You watching a YouTube video to figure out how to wrap a fucking gift?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Uh-huh. It's not that hard.
I'm sure you took that class in college.
And then he said the guy's going too fast. He had to pause it and slow it down.
Hey, wrap it with shit and give it away.
Don't even wrap it. It's
I wonder how much that fucking bag costs, though.
Fuck, yeah, man.
It's awesome looking.
It was nice.
I mean, I don't travel to where I would need something like that, but it looked cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just...
But one of my favorite things, and it's such a... Fucking Liev Schreiber, man.
Mm-hmm.
His fucking voice. Like, it's just like it gets you pumped up for football.
It does.
Just listening to him talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you back that up, it's like, yeah, that's Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the guy in the first X-Men that played, or in the
Wolverine.
Wolverine's brother.
Yeah.
Of like,
yeah,
that's that guy.
That guy.
Like, you don't think that because he sounds like he's 90.
It's Cotton Weary.
Yeah.
From Scream.
But it's just it's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah, he has a great voice.
Why is he... I understand, like, he's got, HBO, he's the voice of HBO Sports. How the fuck has the NFL not been like, hey...
Yeah. You want to come
remember
do
the guy, like, in the
Sable?
70s that did that? You kind of sound like him. Like,
can you do this again for us?
Like, when he did the... when they had it with the Raiders, like, the first episode, whatever the Raiders song is, or whatever that poem, and he just read it.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm in. I hate the Raiders.
Yeah. I just like what we always talk about. We want mics everywhere just to see the raw, uncut stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I mean, you get like fucking Dak is all pissed off because his shoulder's injured, and he's like, "What the fuck they fucking take me out for?" Like, I'm sure that's exactly what is going through his head. You know what I mean? It's cool shit like that because everybody's thinking that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any competitors, I'm fucking fine. Like, why the fuck are they taking me out? This is fucking stupid. Why the fuck am I here? You know, it's that stuff, and then like all the coaches' rooms and the meeting room. I mean, all that stuff is just that's what. If you really, really love football, you want to see that shit because you want to see what happens.
Well, and the other part that confused me after watching it, because I seen all the backlash for McCarthy and the Mojo moment.
Oh, yeah?
And then I was like, man, he must have fucked this speech up. And then I watched it, I was like, no, seems like normal shit that he just gave it a name. Of like, hey, there's plays in every game where, like, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is it. We're just going to say Austin Powers, Mojo.
Yeah, I don't know why there was backlash
Everybody
on that.
was freaking out. Oh, what a fucking idiot.
Because it's a little corny.
I bet it's because he's heavy.
Yeah. Fat shaming. Are you body shaming?
I fucking think they are. Because if it was, what's his name with the Rams?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a fucking model.
Yeah, he does.
This is the greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming just because it was corny. Like, how many people, you know what I mean? But other
then
than
again,
that,
they love Green Bay with calling it the gold zone.
Yeah.
Because of gold. I love gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And he just, now, to me, if anything, it feels like you're trying to steal the Packers thing. But other than that, I mean, the way it got introduced in the show and then what they did of like, no, this kind of makes sense. They're trying to
boost it up, trying to get the
realize
energy.
that nobody wants to be there.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking training camp.
Yeah, it sucks. Like,
so they're trying to do a little,
you have 3-hour practices twice a day.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be out there.
I did like how they, like Zeke and them being mic'd up, how they go out there and they have all the fucking houses and shit around. It's like, where are all the spies at showing what we're running? Because that obviously becomes a thing because like their practices are open during the season to the public of like, or to, people who pay enough money. It's like, Jared, I got to get that money, boys.
Yeah.
You see how much salt I use?
Yeah.
That shit ain't free.
And
it was iodized salt.
Yeah.
Well, like fucking sea salt.
No.
Just table salt, which is like, I think that's just chemically made. I don't, like it has, I think I'd read that one day,
it's like
because
salt.
when like the sea salt thing became, like, it's healthy. It's like, well,
no.
Everybody needs salt because if you didn't have salt, you'd die.
Yeah.
But that's when that came out with the regular table, iodized table salt of like, that's not even really salt. That's just like salt flavored shit.
Yep, pretty much.
So,
and
then the sea salt thing coming along, they get those, and it's like, okay, I want to be able to shake this.
Exactly.
I'm having to twist this.
Yeah. Hey, break my wrist. What was I going to say?
Zeke stealing his bike was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
Guy had ankle surgery.
Yeah, ankle surgery.
Zeke takes his bike.
Oh, shit. I don't fucking remember. Oh, no. Jerry Jones. Like, I don't mind the guy, but I really like him these last, 2 weeks. Because he always seemed like a guy who was just a money-hungry prick.
Yeah.
And then when they were talking to him, I know you didn't watch the Hall of Fame game, but they were talking to him because he was up there with Aikman and Jimmy Johnson before he got his jacket and stuff. He's talking to him and just, I don't know, he felt a little more wholesome.
Yeah.
At that point in time. And then, watching him on the first episode of Hard Knocks, it just seems like he's not a bad guy. He just seems like he gets a bad rep for, being a prick.
Well, and that's one of those things of everybody's like, well, he just doesn't seem like a regular guy. Well, he's worth billions of fucking dollars. He's not like you.
He's not like us.
I mean, he did his draft from like a fucking
submarine
$300 million yacht.
Yeah.
He's not like you.
No. But stuff like that is just, I don't know, it makes you, it makes you either like players or like people or like them less or hate it, you know what I mean?
That is the thing, that it's a story I've heard multiple times of Pete Rozelle with the idea for America's team, that it was actually pitched to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Rooney said, nah, it's Pittsburgh's team.
Mm-hmm.
So then they went to Dallas.
Yeah.
And just, yeah,
exactly.
So I'd wonder where would the Cowboys be if like that whole America's team didn't happen?
Yeah.
Like if that was Pittsburgh or what,
Yeah. But just,
I don't understand it. It's like there's Cowboys fans everywhere and I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
Like I get it if you were getting into football in that 12, 13, 14 age in the late 90s. It's like, well, it's fucking Cowboys.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly, yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
no.
What are we doing?
Yeah. I don't know. The America's team thing is like.
I mean, at least I can say when I was a kid and can have my first memories of football, the Bengals were playing in the Super Bowl and they got beat at the last minute. So I can at least say, hey, we had a good fucking Boomer Esiason. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Guys, Andy's left-handed.
Yeah. He's a turd. I don't like Boomer.
No?
He gets annoying to me.
Those older guys, they get on TV. Like, I hate Terry Bradshaw of like, you were a shitty quarterback.
Yeah. I like Terry Bradshaw when he's not talking about him. You know what I mean?
Which is never, because that's all he ever talks about.
I'm talking about him playing. Like, when he's just having a conversation.
Back when I played, you mean when you threw a interception as many times as you threw touch? Like, you shit on Jameis Winston, you were almost doing the same fucking thing.
And you had 2 Hall of Fame receivers.
Lynn Swan out there. That
John Stallworth, I mean.
Well, he threw it deep, and Lynn Swan is 20 yards past everybody because he runs a fucking 3-2.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like Terry Bradshaw seems like a cool guy to sit down and like have a beer with, but
I feel like I would hit him with a bottle because he feels like he earned it.
He earned the bottle hit. Yeah.
I mean, he just seems like that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there was that little, when he got into that failure to launch, like he'd hit his high point of like, hey, he's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then he just comes out and says a bunch of stupid shit. Well, back when I played, I was just happy to be in the game and, like shitting on Aaron Rodgers. Like, hey, do you not remember that, like, you requested a fucking trade from the Steelers very publicly?
Very publicly.
So you forget that?
Uh-huh.
Because, like, you think nobody thinks...
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know you played football.
Yeah.
And you had the same hair.
Yeah, back then.
When you were 25. Fucking Hulk Hogan cut going on back there at fucking 25.
Oh, God.
I hate him.
I know you do.
And it's recent, too. I hate a lot of people.
Getting older.
I think it is.
It's starting to just...
Like, I just don't have... Like, well, talking about, like, being on with these Netflix movies and stuff of, like, I don't have time for this. Just fucking fast forward through this part. I just turned your 2-hour movie into about a hour 10.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need that shit.
I watched The Army of the Dead again.
What the fuck?
I liked it. I'm sorry. I liked it.
You need so much to watch it a second time.
I mean,
Is there some things that you missed?
No.
I didn't think so either. And I fast forwarded through half of it.
It was... Now, did I actually sit down and watch it again? No. I mean, I was doing other shit. Yeah, but I liked it. I don't know what it is. I really like bad actors. I don't know.
Well, I don't disagree with that because some of it's like crazy funny of like, this guy's really bad.
I am such a huge Batista fan. And I don't know if because it started with him as Drax. And
it 100% did.
That dry, dumb...
You're not a wrestling guy, are you?
No, not really.
No.
But that just dry, dumb, literal sense of humor. And it seems like that's just him anytime he acts. Like he's just that...
But he's not in that movie.
No, he's not. But it's just, I don't know. I like the guy.
And here's one, and I don't see where, because I don't know if a lot of people do, but like, fucking Stuber.
It's fucking hilarious.
Loved it.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, for back-to-back kind of low-budget comedy Netflix movies or whatever, Stuber.
Yeah.
That Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Or Nanjiani. That one with him and his girlfriend about witnessing the murder.
Fuck, that one was funny too.
So fucking funny. And the spoiler alert at the end with like they get caught and they're like, well, we didn't want... Yeah, we know. We've seen there's a video. We were just trying to make sure you guys didn't die.
Yeah.
Like, we could have turned ourselves in.
Yeah. Oh, God. That was
just
funny.
the after witness that is like the whole milkshake thing. Because that's a conversation to be had of like, hey, we bring you this up because we had extra. It's like, wouldn't people just get fired? How do you always have extra to a milkshake? How do you not know how to just make the proper amount? And that was a big, like, Frisch's Big Boy when I was a kid. I don't know when that went out, if you ever remembered it, but that was there when you got a milkshake.
Yeah, you know, the little cold mixer
tin
shake.
can thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we had extra. Like, well, I feel like you'd be fired because this is a money thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the fact that they break after witnessing a murder, he's like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
And the fact that you ordered a milkshake after that.
After that happened. Oh, man. That is...
Because that was one of like what I was scared to watch. I don't know if I'm going to like this. And it was like, this is fucking awesome.
Fucking funny. That kind of, that humor though, is like the, I'm innocent, but I feel like I'm, and then, that's stuff's funny. But back to like, he's just, I don't know. And I think John Cena's really funny. Like, he has his moments where, yes, he's John Cena and you can't get away from him being huge. Like, he's just he's just going to be a guy who is being an action person no matter what he's doing. But his scenes in like Daddy's Home, they're minimal, but they're fucking hilarious.
He was the best fucking train wreck.
Yes.
I mean, that's a good movie. I don't like Amy Schumer.
No, neither do I.
I love Bill Hader.
His parts in that movie are the fucking best.
Hilarious.
When the guy calls him Mark Wahlberg, I would eat fucking Mark Wahlberg.
When he fucking yelling at the, you'll fight, you find me. I'll be the closest guy on Grindr.
Yeah.
And the sex scene is just like, what the
oh my God.
Well, even in Suicide Squad, and this doesn't ruin it, just the fucking underwear thing of like,
the
fuck is
that? Yeah. Oh, man.
But I don't even know how we got down that road.
I don't know.
I hate The Rock, too.
Yeah. Don't start.
If he's not going to come out and say that he's doing all the steroids, he's a piece of shit. Because he pitches this, hey, you work anything, you do anything, your dreams are possible, you can do this. Like,
but you take steroids, buddy.
Your father was in the business and kind of, and your grandfather, so.
And like every one of your uncles and stuff.
You kind of had an in to get in there. Okay. But you're doing all the steroids.
Yeah.
All of them.
You're
48.
Nobody looks like that in their 50s. I mean.
And they said, I see, like, because I love these articles. Is like, see the Rock's workout as he was getting ready for Black Adam. It's like, we didn't show him injecting his ass cheeks with fucking horse scum.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
There was an article.
Because 48-year-old men wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning fucking squatting 750 pounds for fucking reps.
Yeah. Time to wake up, America.
And then it's also getting to me of like, because it's always another movie.
Yeah.
Of like, hey man, when's enough?
And
like, I know you have like 2 kids under 5. Like, you ever just home?
Oh yeah, I know it. And then all this like the tequila and then his energy drinks, and it's like,
what? Yeah. Do you need more? Like, I understand wanting to be the best.
Yeah.
But like, what are we doing here? You made a TV show on NBC.
That's the worst.
Basically, it's fucking horrible.
It's horrible.
But all it was to put a feeler out there if he could run for president. That's all it was, because that's the show is based on that.
Yeah.
Of like, let me put this feeler out here, see what people think.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a joke one time, I think it was a Saturday Night Live skit, where it's him and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is the vice president and The Rock is the president.
That's great.
Yeah.
See, because I miss him cutting promos.
Yeah.
I mean, in WWE days, because he said funny shit.
Yeah, he did.
And now it's just all this, I lift a lot of weights, and if you don't lift a lot of weights, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I do all the steroids.
Love the guy.
Which one's you on? All of them.
All of them. I know the when he did, he was like Hercules, where he got like real big for Hercules or whatever. There was a big article of how he takes like shark testosterone. Like that was like
I believe it.
Yeah, like that. I was like, oh, good.
Orally.
Oh yeah. Gross.
Like he has a pet shark because that's you got to get it out of the spigot.
Don't call it a spigot.
Tap, whatever you want to say.
The spigot.
So he's got like a.
It's not like an on-off switch.
No, well, I mean, because this is the kind of thing that
it's like an old well. You got to sit there.
Well, the kind of thing he would do is like, he's got to gargle that shit down because that's a way to get it into your system. But he pays a guy like $8 an hour to jerk the shark off. Like that's that guy's job.
What a terrible job.
I work for The Rock. That's got to be awesome. He makes me jerk his shark off
for his testosterone,
and he watches me with his finger in his butt.
We took that way off the radar.
You can't tell me, like, if some stuff came out of him doing horrible shit, it would shock you.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Oh, man. I don't even know where to go.
From that. What other animals is he fucking beating off?
Oh, God.
That's the... and a lot of it is, I think we've talked about this, it's just too much. It's just everywhere you look, he's there. Of like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Like when they did that BMF belt, like I'm a UFC fan. I know he is
Why
too.
Did he have
Why
to,
are you there?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you here.
No.
Like, this is for these guys.
Uh-huh.
You're a fake fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are really fighting.
They would beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, I remember listening to the fighter and the kid.
Yeah.
And I think somebody asked, like, Brendan Schaub if he could beat up The Rock. And he's like, I would beat the fuck out of The Rock. And I'm like, yes, anybody who knows anything about fighting says Brendan Schaub's going to beat the fuck out of The Rock.
That's when you get all these people like that big fucking argument they're having that LeBron James could beat Mike Tyson in a boxing match. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
You're a fucking idiot. LeBron gets poked in the eye and thinks that his world ended.
And that was another thing, like, because he did something, one of his flailing things, I'm injured.
Yeah.
And Colby Covington came out and basically called him a bitch.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh, he'd beat your ass. Like, Colby Covington is one of the best. He's lost one time in the last 3 years, and it might have been the greatest fucking fight ever.
Yeah. Like, dude,
him and Usman just beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
He would murder LeBron James.
I don't.
You ever watched a basketball fight? Shaq got in a bunch of them. He never hit anybody.
Nope, he pushes him down.
Ooh. Yeah. It's kind of more of a Stallone.
Yeah.
Get out of my way. That's funny, Paulie. Hey, Rock, I'm porking her.
There's a good one. Yeah, Rock, you can't go to Mars. There's no oxygen.
That, like with the... and that'd be what would piss the LeBron fans off, too. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a LeBron hater. The fact you say, hey, Jake Paul would beat the fuck out of LeBron James.
100%.
Because everybody likes to shit on Jake Paul, but the guy's been training for 3 years, and he has heavy hands.
Uh-huh.
So
LeBron seems like a little bit of a puss when it comes down to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember when The Rock first was leaving WWE and he's getting into acting and he lost all the weight?
Yeah.
And he looked like a skeleton? It's like, who the fuck is that?
Like with The Rundown.
Yeah.
And then like the Game Plan where he played like the quarterback with the Disney movie there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real. I mean, he wasn't small, but he was skinny.
I'll tell you what, though, like The Rundown, like that's a horrible movie, but I fucking love it.
I love that movie.
I don't know why, but because it's
awesome.
not good.
Oh,
it's not. I mean, like when you step back from it.
I mean, you like it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a good movie? Probably not. But I fucking love it. I watch it.
Yeah,
if it's on, I'll watch it. But it's like it's not.
It's fucking awesome.
And I don't know why.
I don't know.
Because there's nothing I can pick out in the movie. It's like, hey, because they did this. It's like.
I think it's just the combination of The Rock being that asshole type of guy, and then Sean William Scott being himself.
Being him, yeah.
Yeah, it's just being Stifler and everything. I mean, I think that's the combo.
Rosario Dawson with her big old tits.
Yeah. And then the actual martial artist beating the piss out of The Rock. That's
yeah.
Like
it would be.
Like it would be.
The only one I don't like is the guy that is like the
Christopher Walken?
No. I love Christopher Walken.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, the Rock's boss.
Oh yeah.
Sean William Scott's dad of like
Yeah.
When he's The Rock's like, hey, I'm done, Billy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I tell you, like he's talking of like, I feel like he's just gonna beat your ass right here because you seem like nobody.
Nobody, yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's my only problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen I still don't know what Black Adam is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because everything that you see looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I did see a picture of him.
Why did he get into shape if it's a fucking cartoon?
Yeah, I did see him in a picture of him in like his outfit, uniform, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I assume.
Is it
live?
He's been doing it for 6 fucking years. What are we doing here?
I don't know. I remember when he like posted on Instagram.
Hey, I'm going to be Black Adam. It was like 2004.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You still haven't made this movie yet?
Yeah.
It's going to suck.
It's a DC film. It's gonna suck.
I mean, you're spending way too much time on it, and you're making I feel like you're overselling on what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a rock movie that sells a bunch of money in China.
Yeah.
Because it's, that's the market now because we don't have movie theaters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even though that Free Guy seems like it's doing pretty good, I need to see that. That's funny. That looks funny as shit. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Fucking being him. It's so funny.
I think he wanted to do a Deadpool promo in it, like a cameo, and they fucking wouldn't let him. I'm like, I
don't know why
do you guys protect this shit? Like people aren't ripping it off every fucking day. I mean,
or we don't know that Ryan Reynolds is fucking Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fucking people. That was another thing. Why is your watch has talked like 7 times during this thing?
It's my hand. It hits the button. Fuck you,
your
Siri.
hand's chubby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just your hand, though.
Just my hand.
The rest of you's fine.
I am good looking. Raw sex appeal.
Raw sex appeal. That is fucking one of the great. That was the other one. Obviously, this is off a different note, but how weird is it to open like Twitter or something like that and see people falling off of airplanes?
Yeah, no shit.
They have circles on them. Those black dots are people falling off of, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't get into any political things, but that's just fucking shocking.
That's not good. Nobody wants to see that when they open up Twitter.
I wonder how bad it hurt.
I don't know if they felt anything.
Walked it off.
That would be some fucking shit. If you see the video, guy hits the ground, pops up real fast, brushes it off.
Dude. I watched this video, and it's a guy has like a GoPro on. It's fucking terrible. But he's in the military, and it's like one of those big like paratrooper military jump where they just have those the big canopy circle, like they can't control it, like you just hit the ground.
Yeah.
Well, something's going wrong with his.
Okay.
And he's dropping too fast. And like you see, like, because you can only
see a little bit.
A GoPro on his head, so you can see his hands a little bit. And he's like, uh-oh, better do something. he said, better do something. And he's hit like that. And he hits the ground, and like you hear it.
Oh, God.
Like he broke both his fucking legs. And he's like, and then he just go, oh, it hurts so bad. But the lead up to it, you better do something.
Yeah. You better do something.
And he might have said, going too fast, you better do something. And then it just,
oh, God.
Like, and then just, it hurts so bad.
Oh, shit. Watching
it's just such a fine line. And that might even have been a Segura thing, like on his podcast.
Yeah.
Of just like showing videos of people getting hurt. And it's just a borderline of, is it disgusting or is it funny as shit? Well, that one was like, I can feel his pain.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you better do something.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's fucking great.
That is funny. Watching other people get hurt is very funny.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
But it's great. Well, as long as you know that, like, they lived.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, obviously, that guy lived. He's in the military. They knew how to take care of that shit.
Yeah.
Better do something. Didn't. He didn't.
You fucking smacked the ground.
He landed.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I don't know where to go from here. I had something else to talk about, but I can't remember now as we've went off the fucking rails.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly me. I think you've tried to keep it on track.
I mean, whatever.
You know, it is what it is.
We can talk about what we want. It's our fucking podcast.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
Pretty much.
See, I got out there. I don't like The Rock.
You want to go ahead and mention that Russell Wilson's a piece of shit, too?
He is a piece of shit.
Okay. I think we hit all your hates right now.
I fucking love him, but...
Yeah.
And that's one that gets me. And obviously, I like Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not a Packers fan. But the fact that everybody's shitting all over him for his offseason, everybody's giving Russell Wilson a free pass like he wasn't requesting a fucking trade.
I know it.
His hair is terrible.
That just shows you the fact that Russell Wilson isn't the quarterback that everybody thinks he is.
No.
He's not the guy who everybody wants to talk about. He's not Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
No. If he was somewhere else, I mean, like, I wonder, because he's up in Seattle. I mean, that's just fucking left of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the sports world. Like, if he was in Chicago, Like, even if they had the same success, not winning a Super Bowl, I had the same kind of success level. Hey, we get 10 wins every year, like he does in Seattle. But, like, you're under the radar of everybody. They'd be like, this guy's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think he's just like, he's fucking fake.
He is fake. I mean,
He's
you
just
can tell he's
fake.
fucking fake. Yeah.
Fake ass shit. I spend $1 million a year on my body. Well, it should look better.
You should not get hurt
Because
as much.
you should be a fucking model if that's what you're doing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the Field of Dreams game happened.
Oh, yeah.
Looked cool as shit. I followed it on Twitter for a couple clips.
Lots of home runs because of how small the park is. Take note, MLB.
Yeah.
We want to see home runs.
Well, nobody wants to see anything you're doing.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
I've seen some clips on Twitter, and it looked awesome.
Yeah. Looked cool.
So, but I love, like, the people that I know that are baseball fans that I've spoken to are jacked up about that because it's a cool fucking thing. I mean, that's awesome that, you're in the middle of Iowa and the cornfield in the movie and Kevin Costner came back. Hey, this is cool. But the other sport that you shit on is hockey because they have to do the Winter Classic to get some viewers. Well, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is you're doing the Winter Classic, but you're doing it in a cornfield.
It's like having the NBA go play at the Hickory Gym.
And and what happens? They're not rotating their crops. They're going to plant a bean field next year?
Yeah.
And plant corn here every year. It's
not
a lot of nitrogen going in there.
It's too much. You got to do it.
You have to mend that soil.
Yep. These people don't know how to fucking farm.
You know how to do nitrogen. You know how much nitrogen corn takes?
We're talking about nitrogen and corn and farming right now.
I mean, you just got to, that corn takes a lot of nitrogen. You grow that tall?
Oh, shit. We really...
I mean, if they're going to do that every year with that corn out there, that nitrogen not going to be enough. Rock going to have to bring some of that shark semen.
Fuck did we go with this? We're talking about farming right now.
Your corn grown by the Rock. Shark semen presented by Dwayne Johnson in the WWE.
Yeah, I'm the Rock.
I don't know how much money. I need to look that up. How much money he had to
pay them to take the Rock
for the Rock name?
I don't know.
'Cause I know he did.
Yeah.
But then he keeps going off of Dwayne Johnson. Like, well, you paid all that fucking money. I mean, feel free to keep using that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's sponsored by Under Armour, the worst of the worst.
Dude, so when he first put his line out, which
it's the only thing that sells for them, by the way.
Which would be 3 years ago now, 4 years ago, I bought the pair of shoes. And they're comfortable shoes. They're kind of neat.
Yeah.
They have the elastic around the ankle.
Okay.
So
snug fit.
Yeah, it's a nice fit. They were $80. Now they're $120. Like I bought one of his book bags.
Yeah.
That was also $80. Now it's $120 or $130. It's like, did you not know it was going to sell? Like, he was the most famous person in the world when he came out with the shit. You didn't think it was going to sell?
That's why Under Armour sucks.
Yeah, no shit.
That thing is they came out, like, they're the ones that pretty much invented, like, the cold weather gear, like that, almost that compression type shit.
Yeah.
They're the first ones that had it. And then, like, Nike's like, we'll just take that and slap you guys fucking down.
Yeah, we'll just do it better, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. You signed Steph Curry. At the one point, they had The Rock, Steph Curry, and Jordan Spieth.
Mm-hmm. Tom Brady's an Under Armour guy.
Tom Brady. Cameron Haynes.
Yeah.
You don't even know who that is, but he's a hunter.
Okay.
He's an Under Armour. Actually, he was signed with Under Armour before Tom Brady was. Like, he's their longest running
guy. Yeah.
Sports figure or whatever. The bow hunter.
Yeah.
So that's their longest.
Yeah.
But then, like, you build up that for Steph Curry's shoe, and then they release that,
and it's ugly.
Like, and the first comment is like, "This is a good pair of lawn mowing shoes."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, yeah, okay.
Got his dad's shoes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I have
don't know
nothing
if there's anything else I can shit on.
No.
We talked about shark semen.
Yeah, quite a bit actually.
More than most shows, I think. I don't think most shows would be willing to do that.
I don't think so. I think we're willing to take it
Dedicate
there.
a fucking segment to shark semen. And an assistant that jerks them off for you.
Yep. That guy needs recognition.
I feel like he does. $8 an hour. Job fucking sucks.
That shark's gonna bite you.
No, I'm not going to say it because that was going to get really fun. I had something loaded. All right. I'm going to let it go.
Alrighty.
All right. Whiteside.